So, this is going to be the post-match analysis of TeamJamie versus Team NotScold / Flawless as well, because we hadn't actually covered that. So, it was our plan all along.
There wasn't too much to talk about from what happened yesterday.
Exactly, yeah. It was our plan to completely dominate so that we would have time for 2 post-match analyses. Is that the word? Analysis?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but yeah.
Analysi.
Analysi. I hope it's analysi. That sounds so much cooler. Analysis. But
yeah.
Anyway, yeah, NotScold went pretty well, I would say.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're starting off with NotScold. All right.
Yeah.
That's fresher in our minds, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And
no, it went pretty well for the first time. Like our plan actually worked.
Well, I think we've had good plans, but we've just executed poorly.
Well, I don't know, like you say we had good plans, but like the plan this time was way more solid. It was just better. We've learned from where the plan was not as good as it should have been. Yeah. As in, we should have probably had protect on things that didn't have protect, you know.
Yeah. And we had protect on all 6 mons this time.
Yeah, which helped a lot, I feel.
Although I don't think we actually clicked protect once.
Well, like, it was just there.
It was there, yeah.
In case they brought the Raichu, you know, in case they brought things that could get in the way.
Yeah.
But if we had to reposition, we had the ability to. So that's good.
Yeah.
I just feel like the way we had things set up was a bit more reliable this
well, as well, like we'd had Blastoise and Mr. Mime on the same side to like try and completely support the other side, which didn't really work out when Mr. Mime got frozen, so we only had one Follow Me left. But
yeah, and then Blastoise goes down, and
because you've
got Excadrill not in sand.
Yeah, well, because we originally had Blastoise and Serperior on the other sides of each other. But then
I think it was a really good decision to have them.
It was definitely the right decision to swap Blastoise and Serperior for this. Because so when Mr. Mime went down, then we had 2 threats on the field rather than just one, and then the supporter the whole time.
Yeah,
that worked out really well.
Also, at the start of the game, from watching their perspective, when they saw our team preview and they saw Blastoise was on opposite side, you know, on the same side as Porygon.
Yeah.
They like almost immediately dismissed, like, oh, they haven't got set up.
Well, they didn't. Then Envy asked if Mr. Mime had followed me, and then Pokemon just said, oh, it's got fingers.
Look at the fingers.
Yeah. So they could have seen it.
They kind of just was accepting of it, like, well, like from our perspective, they likely haven't got set up, but like if they leave Mr. Mime and do have set up, then we can think about what to do and change our plan then.
Yeah.
And that led into what we wanted perfectly, really.
Oh yeah.
Because by the time that happened, because I think Envy wanted to leave with Arcanine. No. Joey wanted to leave with Arcanine.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was Arcanine originally.
Envy said, I'm a bit more comfortable with Boswell. And depending on the moveset of the Arcanine and what set it was, it could have put in a bit more work.
But it was it was just the offensive one with Flabbit Spot Charge Extreme Speed, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if it had Snarl, that would have been a real bother.
Or but both the dogs, if they had Snarl, that could have been an issue.
Yeah.
Because that would have stopped the sweep. Because if they'd got any reduction on the Porygon, then it wouldn't have been able to OHKO like it did.
I mean, even at -1, we're still hitting like decent. But we're not OHKOing.
Well, it would have gone back to neutral, so we would have hit hard. But yeah, the OHKO
no,
is
if we
the
got
important
2 Snarls, for
things.
example.
Oh yeah, 2
just
Snarls.
Snarl in general, like, because they keep doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been the main issue. Because
our special attack didn't get lowered at all, it means we could OHKO in one-shot Buzzwole, in one-shot Arcanine. Didn't quite get the one-shot on that Assault Vest Credilli, but...
Yeah, but then it froze it, so it made up for it, even though it didn't actually matter at all, because Leaf Storm would fit. It would have been ideal if we'd have missed the Leaf Storm, though, because then Porygon could have got all 6 kills. But then again, we could have protected and
then it could have thawed and then got his Miracle, and then Porygon would have died.
I think they ended up going for Earth Power on that turn.
They did, yeah.
But yeah.
I'm not sure if that would have killed, but
I would assume with the burn it would have done. But we could have protected and Leaf Stormed and then Ice Beamed, because then Porygon would have got guaranteed got all.
That's true. We could have done that. That might have been better.
Oh well, Serperior's got 1 now, and Porygon is now the complete MVP at this stage in the season.
Yes, it is. Nice. It's leading the leaderboard, the league table, on the MBL spreadsheet, which you can find in the description below.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at it now. Porygon has 10 kills in the last 4 games. And the second best is Zygarde 50% form from Team Dreamball with 8.
Yeah, and they had a sweep as well with the Zygarde with their like stockpile and Dragon Dance stuff, and then
yeah, they did. That was pretty savage.
Porygon's ahead of that, so that's still quite impressive.
Porygon's ahead of that, yeah, exactly. Then Gyarados on 7 from Wii Disney, and then Feeney again from Dreamball.
Feeney is surprising, yeah.
Half of the top 4 Mons and MVP.
Feeney is on par with Buzzwole and Magearna. That's very surprising.
Yeah, I didn't think Feeney had that many kills, but I guess it's been putting in some silent work.
Yeah.
Because everyone's hyping up the Magearna, but like we got Feeney got the same amount of kills.
Yeah, it's pretty.
And
good.
the Buzzwole, I thought I got a load of kills, but then Feeney's matched it, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but Porygon Z, far ahead, number 1.
Well,
very dangerous Pokemon.
Well, it's pretty much that's just all there is to this game. It was just Porygon Z.
Can you imagine how many more it would have if we would have got the 70% roll against Landorus?
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true.
We not only would have killed the Landorus, but then we could have kept killing things for the rest of the game.
Yeah, well, there would have been a Blastoise and a Pheromosa, so we'd have been able to kill them.
Yeah, got at least another kill or 2 after that, so it would have been another +2 or 3 from on that.
Oh well.
But yeah, it's been tamed a little bit because it didn't get the roll.
Yeah, but it dodged a Sleep Powder as well, so can't really complain that much.
True, that is true. But that is Sleep Powder, and that's the risk you run with Sleep Powder, you know.
Yeah, I think so. But
yeah, should we talk about the match we had in week 3 with Flawless?
Yes, yeah, we should. So we've given it some time to
to let the salt flow away.
Yeah, just to have a little break from it because
yeah,
we didn't feel so good after that match.
It wasn't a pleasant loss, to put it politely.
Yeah, because we pretty much had the game from turn 2.
From turn 1.
Turn 2 because that was when we got our Dragon Dance up, and then they did no damage with Mach Punch and Tri Attack. We'd have been able to take another one. We'd have been able to get our second Dragon Dance like we did, and then we'd have been able to get out the Tailwinds, just protect, and then we don't actually have to support with the Mr. Mime. The Mr. Mime would have gone down, and then the Blastoise would have come in and not had to follow me. It would have been able to Water Pulse things like the Mamoswine. So
yeah. What else was? Oh, we had we would have had Excadrill to come in.
Oh yeah, Excadrill. Yeah.
We wouldn't have had to go into Blastoise.
Yeah.
We could have just lost Mr. Mime after it's been attacked by another Mach Punch or Fire Punch. Plus,
well, they would have switched to Thunder Punch at that point. So I would assume that Mr. Mime would have gone down from the 2.
Yeah, the Mr. Mime would have gone down to another barrage, but then we get Excadrill for the last 3 turns of Sand.
It would have been 2 turns because we
protected
Icy Wind, and then it would have been 2 Follow Me's. But then 2 turns.
But still, that's better than nothing.
That's enough to Oko the Mamoswine. So
yeah,
that was a big issue.
Yeah, I think from our perspective, there are things we could have done differently. I think the way we played, our actual plays, I think were fine.
Yeah, given the position we got in after the freeze, I think we played well.
Yeah, I think what we did play-wise was fine. I don't think we could have really done much different to win, at least. There is obviously a bit more optimal plays.
Yeah, there was a turn we could have Water Pulsed a Mamoswine, but there was in that position, I don't think there was any way we could have Water Pulsed. Because I think there was still the Infernape out in the field, and it switched to the Mamoswine. So it could have Mach Punched if we didn't follow me, so I think we had to follow me at that point. So
yeah, them saving the Infernape was a good play.
Oh yeah, that was good. Because then Victini...
Because if that would have just gone down, I feel like we could have won with Victini at the end.
It would have been possible with Victini, because we would have been able to KO the Togekiss, the Hooper... Did it have well, it would have had Hyperspace Fury, actually, so then...
Well, we underspeed in Trick Room, but
yeah, but then they'd have been able to follow me, and then Hyperspace Fury as we've got minus defenses, so...
Yeah. We have to rely on them not following me, I guess, in that situation, but yeah.
Yeah. Another thing we didn't have any ground resists as well, which we probably should have had. We were debating between Porygon and Rotom, and then...
Well, before the game, Keen was a really big advocate of Rotom Fan.
Yes.
I mean, you preferred Porygon Z.
Yes. Yeah.
So he was,
So he was overruled. Out, yeah.
But I said we should go with Porygon Z on the condition that we bring a fast Rotom, like the one we would use in this situation, with the Z move, with everything that we need. But preparation time we didn't really have enough, so we ended up bringing the Rotom from week 1. And when we went into team preview, we all agreed that Rotom would be better but then we found out it's got like it
was quite min speed, so
yeah, so it wouldn't have been useful because it wouldn't have been as useful because we could have outsped things and burned them and whatever.
Yeah.
So that's unfortunate, but I mean, I don't think that's entirely where the game was lost.
No, no, I don't think so. Because we would have still even had it if the rock slides would have hit the mammoth swine.
Yeah.
So.
I think a big thing that we could have, a big thing we didn't, we should have probably brought was a low kick on Trantor.
Yeah.
Because we had the V create on Victini, we had the Z ground move on Excadrill. We had two massive ways of just dealing with Magearna. And low kick would still do a lot to Magearna. I think it weighs like a ton.
I would assume it two shots, especially.
It does a lot, yeah. A
plus
+1 or +2 or two shot, yeah. If we're follow meing with Blastoise or Mr. Mime, then the only thing we have to be scared of is like spread moves. So we should have probably had low kick just to hit that Mamoswine.
Yeah.
I think that was a big area where we fell down. Another thing, at the start of the game, when they were, they led with Infernape Togekiss, and we had Mr. Mime Trantor.
We were bluffing Trick Room.
If we would have had Trick Room, we would have just swept in Trick Room right there, right then.
Yeah. Like, I'm quite surprised they tailwinded.
Yeah, me too. I think the tailwind, I don't know, maybe they just didn't consider Trick Room, but...
It didn't seem like it from their end.
Yeah,
but that was our intention.
It seems like they didn't think about Trick Room.
Yeah, we were bluffing one of our slower leads so that we get a surprise fast mode with the Dragon Dance. So it was strange that they went for the Tailwinds on the potential Trick Room.
Maybe we should have considered the actual Trick Room mode.
Just imagine if we had Curse over Dragon Dance and went for Curse Trick Room on the first turn.
Or just like the Life Orb, Adamant Max Attack, like Trantor hitting in Trick Room.
Yeah.
If we would have Trick Roomed and had Dazzling Gleam Rock Slide, we would have just swept, completely swept.
Yeah.
They had Mence, they had a Scarf Mamoswine in the back, they had a Hooper, which we can underspeed with Trantor. And they had, what was the last one? Something else.
We said Mamoswine.
Yeah. It was on the Togekiss side.
Oh, Magearna, Togekiss, and...
Oh, Magearna, yeah, and I had a Magearna.
Yeah.
Which, we can just bring in Victini for. So I feel like if we would have gone the Trick Room route, we would have had a lot more success as well.
Yeah. Something.
And as a minor point, I think not having Protect on Blastoise also kind of hurt us a little bit.
Yes, yeah. Because
I don't think it was game changing. We would have gotten a better position if we would have had Protect, but I don't think we would have won if we had Protect. But it still wasn't great tonight.
I still like the idea of Hydro Cannon. It made sense given the Magearna.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think we had a bit too much things just for the Magearna. We had two massive ways of just dealing with it, OHKOing it, get rid of it.
Yeah. And then we had the minor ways with the Fire Punch and the Hydro Cannon. So
yeah. Whereas if the Hydro Cannon was a Protect and the Fire Punch was a low kick, then we would have won that game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we've got stuff to think about. Also, the item on Mr. Mime, we opted for safety goggles.
Yeah, that was just insurance against Parasect. Because then we could either not be Spored and taunt past a Rage Powder.
Yeah.
There was another item that we had originally that would have been very, very nice.
What was the original item?
Well, it's Lumberry, because that stops the Spore. Because we went for safety goggles over Lumberry because we could taunt past a Rage Powder. Because you can stop the Spore with both, but not the
Yeah,
Rage
we were
Powder.
afraid of a Trick Room mode from them.
Yeah.
So we had Taunt with safety goggles to bypass the Rage Powder so we can taunt the Magearna or whatever goes to Trick Room.
Yeah, so if we'd have had that Lumberry...
Yeah, if we had the Lumberry, that would have been great.
That would have been lovely.
Something to consider for next time.
Yeah.
I mean, even if we had the Lumberry, we wouldn't have been in a terrible situation if we can't taunt the Magearna. We can still taunt the Parasect.
Taunt the Parasect, and then we can just follow me as they switch around and stall out the Trick Room really easily.
Yeah, they've got a useless Parasect on the field. It's taunted in Trick Room, so we can work from that position.
Yeah.
So maybe we should have gone with Lumberry. That was probably the wiser choice.
Yeah. But...
I think we made the right Pokemon selection. Definitely the right team.
Well, the Rotom or the Porygon was the other ones, but the three we left out, we definitely didn't need to bring.
Yeah, it was either the Rotom or the Porygon. The Rotom probably should have made the appearance, but I don't think there was a great deal of difference. That Life Orb Fire Punch, Iron Fist boosted from Infernape would have done a hell of a lot.
Oh yeah.
To our
It was actually really it was surprisingly strong with the Life Orb Iron Fist. Like just with the Thunder Punch when it wasn't stabbed, that was doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, it did like 35% to like Victini.
Yeah, it was impressive.
Yeah, that thing was doing damage. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all we can really learn from it, and obviously train our mons to be a bit more accurate and warm-hearted, so they don't freeze.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's really it from that.
Yeah.
Any notable matches this week we should talk about?
Well, are we going to do last week's as well? Because we wouldn't have talked about last week's. Can we even remember last week's?
I doubt I can remember.
Yeah.
I can look at the schedule. Let's have a look. We had Subs versus Drinking Birds. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, they had the big turn with the Follow Me, Blastoise, and then Hammer Arm into the Shift Tree.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And then when
that.
the Shift Tree was gone, they didn't really have anything for Metagross anymore. So that was really good. I would have liked to see a Z Hurricane into a Mega Venusaur. That would have been really stylish.
Yeah, that would have been really cool.
Oh well.
We had Blue Hunnits versus Dream Ball. I believe that was the Zygarde sweep, right?
That was nice. I did appreciate that.
It was well worked.
Yeah.
To be honest, with the Psychic Seed, get the special defense boost, get the Unburdened speed boost, then start getting defense boosts with Stockpile. Pass them into the Zygarde while swaggering yourself, and you've instantly got just a sweep machine.
Well, as soon as it was set up, there was nothing they could do.
Well, they could crit, but that was pretty much it.
They had one chance to crit with the Deoxys, and that was it. So
yeah.
Yeah.
We had Team We Disney versus Mythical.
I felt like the Guzzlord was nice. I did like the Z Stockpile. That was nice.
It did.
If they didn't get soaked, then they could have won with it.
Yeah, that soak was important.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that Guzzlord could have won.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good game. I thought it was well played by Disney.
Yeah, it was.
Leaky versus Juice.
Leaky lost 2 Mons on one side within like 3 turns, I think. So then they only had Rhyperior for most of the match. So then as soon as the Rhyperior was dealt with, then they would have lost.
I think they went for like a sub when they shouldn't have gone for a sub. Or they didn't go for a sub.
No, there was a good sub turn.
Yeah, no, I think there was a turn where they should have gone for sub and they didn't. I think.
Okay.
Or something.
Right. Okay.
That would have helped them.
Yeah, but losing 2 Pokemon too quickly it set them back too much, because then they had to rely on Rhyperior for like everything.
Yeah. So. We had Us versus Flawless, and we just talked about that.
Yep.
And Not Scold versus Cyberbaz.
Well, we had the Raichu mirror, and like if that critical hit didn't happen on the Raichu, it would have been interesting to see what would have happened, because the Arcanine would have taken some Thunderbolt chip, and then the end game would have been completely different.
Yeah. Didn't they go for a speed tie as well with the Encore, but lost it?
They were definitely they won the first 2 speed ties and then lost the second, so then they didn't know if it was a speed tie until the Raichu got crit. So
yeah, I thought Baz's plan, initial plan of Scarf Nidoqueen plus Aerodactyl, I think.
Yeah.
Or whatever it was. I think that was a good lead plan.
Yeah.
It seemed to work quite well. Scarf Nidoqueen worked quite nicely.
Scarf Nidoqueen was good, yeah.
But they ended up losing.
Yeah,
we were the only top 4 team from last season to have beaten Team Not Scold in the first 4 weeks.
Very nice accolade right there.
Team Not Scold have beaten the other top 4, but not us.
Yep.
And then we work on to this week's games. Dream Ball versus Subs.
I like the fling. Like that was such a cool turn. Like healing 50% and getting yourself to +2 is really cool.
That was a really cool turn.
I'm probably going to be looking at that like a Metagross in VGC with some kind of flinger, because that's actually so cool. I did really appreciate that.
Recovering it and getting the weakness multi boost, but then it almost died in one shot to the Z move.
Yeah, well, they was more offensive, so, and if they weren't burns, then it would have stuck around for longer. Because then the Mach Punch didn't KO them, so they wouldn't have got KO'd to the burn. So. I think Subs are relying too much on Clefable if they'd have brought Typhlosion in the Clefable slot.
I just want to see Scarf Eruption just beat everything.
Well, against Drinking Birds, if they had that Typhlosion at one point when the Shiftry went down, and if they'd have brought in Typhlosion, they'd have been in an amazing spot. So they haven't brought Typhlosion yet, and it's a really good pick
Yeah, so I think Typhlosion's great in doubles. I kind of wish we got it.
Well, I suggested it so we had triple pledge.
Yeah.
But we already had Victini, so we opted against that.
Yeah, with the fire and water pledge, does the fire one go first?
No, it's a water move. So that the mon using the mon moving second would use a water pledge.
Yeah. So then you could use.
So we'd be able to use Typhlosion and fire pledge, and then
Typhlosion, and then so it would work. We'd actually have pledges that work.
And then we'd have 40% confusion water pulse.
And would it work with grass and fire as well, with Superior being faster?
Yes, it would have done. That's why I was such an advocate for it.
We should probably chuck Victini away. We'll get another A tier pick, and then we'll get Typhlosion if team subs don't.
If we cut, do we get to swap an A tier for an S tier?
I think we get 2 swaps when we get.
I've read 3, but it's apparently you're not allowed to swap your S, but we don't actually have an S, so do we get to do that?
Yeah, we can just change it.
I don't know if we can change an A to an S. Yeah, like that's something we should.
Of course we can. Yeah. We've got an S slot that's currently filled by an A.
No, I know, but you're not allowed to. Well, maybe that means we're not allowed to change Tyranitar because that was our pseudo S.
Maybe.
So.
But I don't know. We'll have to clarify that.
Yeah. But that's something to look forward.
We had this week Mythical versus Drinking Birds.
That turn 1, like that
was an amazing.
That was so good.
I watched it from both sides.
Yeah.
And like the reaction on Drinking Birds, they were like, "Oh, Joe, we see you." Yeah. Like that was a really.
Yeah. See,
they ice punched a Blastoise.
I normally just like watch one match completely through and then watch the other side, but I had to stop watching Drinking Birds' side after turn 1 to go and watch Mythicals. Like that was.
I had to go and watch what they were doing.
And Joe was like not hyped at all that he had called it.
No, he wasn't hyped. He just was cold and just like
he'd made.
Yeah, they're gonna switch to Landorus. We should ice punch.
Yeah, he made such a good play, and he was just stone cold. It was.
Yeah, I think it was because he was like, yeah, we probably should have flash cannon that slot as well.
Yeah, well, yeah, like
disappointed with his ice punch into the trap, like that the Landorus.
Yeah. But like
that was quite something.
But then Pheromosa just got a knockout and then steamrolled basically.
Yeah, basically, they just overwhelmed them.
Yeah, there wasn't really much. Like it was such a nice turn 1, but then after turn 2 there was nothing Mythical could do.
Bug fighting plus ice, like that does so much to Mythical's team.
Yeah, it does.
We had Juice and Hunnits. I'm
glad that Blue Hunnits have won a match.
I'm so glad they finally won a game because their team deserves wins.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and
not only that, they played well.
Yeah, they did play really well. I really liked the Psychic Seed Electivire. That was surprisingly bulky.
The Psychic Seed Follow Me Electivire was so cool.
That was really nice.
With the Carmine Lele, that was so good.
Yeah, I really like that.
Damn.
There was a turn where they died to an Earthquake with the Electivire, where they could have switched into Togetic or Rotom, but apart from that, like their play was brilliant.
Yeah, their plays were really good.
Yeah.
They played it really well.
Yeah.
I mean, so did Juice, but just Hunnits just kept them on the ropes.
Yeah, well, there was the turn they switched into Togetic on the Earth Power, on the Terravolt Earth Power. That was...
Yeah, that was really nice.
That was really good.
Yeah, saving the oven.
Yeah, and then doubling into the Kyurem, just in case. Because they're like, you wouldn't be able to see it with Assault Vest after the Moonblast damage, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good double. Because if they didn't double into that slot, I don't think... would they have still been able to win? Because their Rotom would have died to an Earth Power.
It would have been a lot worse.
It would have turned into a 2v1 with Kyurem just alive. So
yeah,
so maybe not, but.
And then hopefully sometime in the future we'll see Team Cyberbaz versus Team Leaky.
Yeah, that's currently not out yet.
That should be a good match.
Yeah, that will
all VGC players, so.
Well, we're a little bit biased towards that, but.
Should be pretty intense.
Yeah, I think it would be a good one.
And then we faced Team Not Scold, and Electric Porygon Z did its thing.
Yep.
It was the one thing they were scared about. I was watching their team builder, and they were so scared of it. Like our Pokemon was just like, yeah. What do we do about Electric Porygon Z with Bolt Beam?
Yeah.
Like it goes through all our team, and like I was watching that video and thinking, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
it does, doesn't it?
we saw that immediately that Electric Porygon was going to win.
It really does just go through the whole team.
Yeah.
And in all credit, that side of the matchup was definitely in our favour.
Oh yeah, like I really like Not Scold's team. I think they got a really good draft, but we just had such a good matchup.
We did have a favourable matchup there. But yeah, I hope they do well. continuing on. So next week we'll be against Leaky.
Yep.
And that game is still to be played. So
well, that's going to be the next week because we're going to be having a week break.
Oh right, yeah, okay. So if you're wondering why there's no videos a week from like now, like next weekend, we're having a break for what was it for?
So that we because things like Leaky versus Cyberbaz and stuff have like caught up.
No,
to
there's
the
like it's E3. It's a lot of the YouTubers involved in the series.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Are going to be busy with E3 that weekend.
That's the reason.
We're having an E3 weekend, and then we'll be resuming the NBL after that, basically.
Yeah.
Some hype games to come. We got Dream Ball versus Juice, Subs versus Mythical, Drinking Birds versus Flawless, Blue Hunnets versus Cyberbaz, and We Disney versus Not Scold.
We Disney versus Not Scold would be good because they're first and second at the moment. So
yeah, that's first and second.
Oh wait, no, Dream Ball are second now, aren't they? Not Scold are fourth. No, we'd not.
If they would have beat us, then it would have been the two 4-0 teams.
Yeah.
Facing each other, but that should still be quite good. Yeah, we'll see if Team Disney can, make it 5-0.
Are they going to go undefeated? Because they're the only team that can now.
When they face us, they can finally lose.
Well, yeah, we're the last team they face, so.
Yeah, we'll give them that last loss.
That is the plan.
Yeah, it's exciting stuff. So come back in around just less than 2 weeks.
Yep.
And the team builder will be on.
It's Keen's team builder on Keen's channel. The match will be on mine, and then this post analysis will be on Miller's. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Okay, so that's cool. I hope you've enjoyed watching this.
Yeah, this is almost half an hour. But I guess
I can't believe we
spent
half an hour talking about the sweep.
Yeah, but yeah, it was 2 weeks worth pretty much. So
yeah,
it's good that we had some filler after Electric Porygon was good, and that was it. So yeah.
I'm not sure what we're gonna do next time. I think we'll keep our strats secret.
Oh yeah.
I think they're gonna adjust, but I'm not gonna say how I think they're gonna adjust because they'll.
I already know how they're adjusting.
Yeah.
So.
But we'll see. We'll save that for cut.
Yeah. Well.
Okay.
I hope we get to face them again because we've got a good matchup. So.
Hopefully. Well, it'll be fun either way.
Yeah. Cool.
Alright, I guess that's all from us.
Yeah. So, see you later.
See you later. Bye bye.